Hey guys, so we have a pretty big download here. It's a lot of new units. We knew this was coming. So this is probably gonna end up being, regardless of how fast I end up going through this is gonna be a longer video for sure. Let's just go ahead and get started. Let's just start off with well, I have this Goku here pulled up, but it's just for a reference because I do think he's a really good balanced character. His stats. So the first one I want to take a look at actually is Captain Ginyu in Goku's body. He's a red type, and this is actually the guy I'm looking forward to the most from this update. It's a little bit weird because I know it's supposed to be centered around females, but I mean, this guy is just ridiculous. Before I even look at him, I can already tell he's going to be ridiculous because the Ginyu Force team, now that you have the potential to get the EXs to 5 stars, this guy has like super high potential. And him being a melee type is also really good as well. 124,000 strike attack, pretty not terrible blast attack, and then his defenses are average, but he can get to 7 stars. Like, he's a rising unit, so you might as well just pump him up to 7 stars. That's 130k strike attack. Like, that's really good for a free unit. Alright, let's take a look. So main ability is, now then let's give this a test run. Draw a special arts card next, takes your opponent's Dragon Balls and adds them to your own. What? Takes your opponent's Dragon Balls and adds them to your own. Effect will change according to how many Dragon Balls they have. 2 or more, take 2. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it was like all of them. I was like, you just use your Rising Rush and then use it? They have 2 or more. You take 1. Yeah, you take 2 and you gain 2, which is basically Demon King Piccolo's main ability. And then if they have 1, you take 1, gain 1. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's essentially Demon King Piccolo's ability, which is not bad. I still think his ability is really good. And then his unique ability is Ginyu Force Captain Ginyu. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 30% damage received for 20 timer counts, which is what they teased on Twitter. Reduces enemy ki by 25. Plus 20% of strike damage inflicted when attacked Frieza Force or episode Frieza Saga other than this character is a battle member. So I'm kind of happy they did that and didn't just make a Ginyu Force, because every single Ginyu Force unit is encompassed within the Frieza Force tag, so I'm glad that they're just doing Frieza Force instead of Ginyu Force. That's pretty good. And then also obviously Frieza Saga, because they're all in the Frieza Saga. So I don't even know really what the point of that is, unless like you want to maybe run this guy with like the legendary finish Goku or something like that. Alright, and then he has Awkward Body. The following effects occur according to the number of timer counts allowed with current character. 3 to 3 timer counts, inflicts self with attribute downgrade plus 10% damage received for 20. Okay, so every 3 counts he gets that. And draw a special arts card next. Okay, I see, so he gets weaker as the battle, as like he stays in for longer. So you want to pretty much go in and then get out with him. Okay, special is Milky Cannon, major explode damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus minus 80% to ki recovery. That's a lot. His extra is I'll show you, restores own health by 5% and ki by 5, which is not great, but he gets 5% of strike damage inflicted, 5% of blast damage inflicted, 5% on ki recovery, and counts attribute downgrade. That's a lot. That's doing a lot in one card. I actually like this. Because, how much does this cost? Like 10? 15? I mean, it'll cost like, what, like 13 or whatever, or something when you get to max soul boost, but that's pretty good. 5% health and like every single damage. And ki recovery. It's not bad. What's the Z ability like? Frieza Force or Z, or Frieza Saga Z, Strike Attack. So Strike Attack? Okay. So this guy's nowhere near the level of Red Vegito in terms of Z ability. Frieza Force, yeah, he's literally just Strike Attack, but I think he'll be really good on the Ginyu Force team, but I don't know how I feel about him. I was kind of expecting a little bit more. I mean, he's going to do a lot of Strike Attack because of this. Like, this is a really good buff for the Ginyu Force team, just because they do so much damage already. Yeah, I don't know. He seems pretty good. We'll see. Well, someone will have to test out before we can definitively say for sure. Next, we're going to do Cocoon. So, at 5 stars, she has 131,000 strike attack, which is really good. And then her defenses are decent. Blast attack is a little bit low, but she's obviously a melee type, so that's why. She's purple. Roar of Love. Dry Strike Arts card next. So this is when you use your main ability. Restores own vanishing gauge by 100%. Okay, so now we're starting to see more and more units get this. Changes own blast arts cards to strike arts cards. Okay. I mean, obviously that's good because she wants to use strike arts cards, but I don't know. Restoring vanish gauge by 100%. So comparing this to Blue Goku, right? Like Blue Goku does the Vanish Gauge Restore, and then he also draws an Ultimate, which I think is probably a lot stronger than just drawing a Strike Arts card and then changing your Blast to Strike. If this also like gave Ki, then it would be better. But it's not bad. I think restoring Vanish Gauge 100% is really good. So it's fine. Unique ability is the Thunder of the Wild. The following effects occur from battle start for 60 timer counts. That's a while. That's the same as like GT Goku and stuff. -10 to own Strike Arts cost and +40 to strike damage. That's pretty good. So -10 is a lot. So usually Strike Arts costs what, like I think it goes down to like 18. I don't remember. But it's gonna cost 8. That's pretty good. So if she has an ability that gives her more draw speed, that's gonna be pretty ridiculous. Basically, it turns out like hit almost. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 40% damage inflicted if a tag female warrior other than this character is a battle member, which is obviously going to be the case most of the time. So, automatically, 40% strike damage, 40% of damage inflicted. That's 80% damage for strike attack. That's really good. Additional plus 20% of damage inflicted if a tag Universe 2 other than this character is also a battle member. So that's 100% strike attack just by switching in. Whew, that's a lot of damage. Restores own Ki by 20 when this character evades an enemy's attack with a Vanish Step. Okay. Applies the following effects to the allies when this character is defeated. Ooh, so she has one of these buffs. Restores health by 15 and 20% damage. You know, I'm going to put Ribrianne real fast. Because obviously they want you to run her alongside Ribrianne. And let me just refresh you guys on what Ribrianne does. So this ability is beyond stupid. 30% strike damage inflicted per defeated battle member, and then she gets an additional 25 if they're female warriors. So 55% per each defeated battle member. That's 110% additional strike attack that she's getting if she's the last one alive. Add on top of that this extra 20. That's 130% extra strike attack if she's the last one alive, and Cocoon dies on her team. That's gonna pretty much one combo every unit in the game if you have like 2 or 3 strike arts. That's nothing to laugh at. Her special is Flash Claw, deals major slice damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15% to strike damage received. For 15 timer counts on hit, 100% chance to inflict heavy blade. Pretty good. This is a dash forward ability as well, so it's not going to be like penetrating through stuff. And then she has Lovely Pose as her green card, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 15% to strike damage received for 15 timer counts, and then plus 20% to allied tag female warrior strike damage. That's really good. This is a really good green card. This as a supporting ability, like 15 timer counts is a decent amount of time. Plus you're also comboing it with the fact that you're debuffing the enemy, and the reason why that's good is because having these 2 separate buffs is a lot more potent than if this was just 35% more damage. And then her Z ability, I assume, is just going to be female warriors, maybe Universe 2? Yeah, Universe 2. Strike attack, and then 5% to tag Universe 2 base strike attack. So it's basically a double buff for Universe 2 because every single Universe 2 unit is a female warrior. What is this? Wow. Okay, so she gives female warriors strike attack and defense, and then an additional 10% strike attack to female warriors. So female warriors at 5 stars are getting 35% to strike attack, and then also 25% to strike defense. That's really good. Wow. What is Rubiand? What does she actually give? She gives strike and blast defense. Yeah, she gives double defense. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty insane Z ability. If they start doing this, like, just this by itself is fine. Like 25% to strike attack and defense is already really good, but doing this extra one, that's going to be pretty good. I could see them doing stuff like that for Universe 6 as well, because there aren't that many Universe 6 units in the game. I could get out of hand pretty quick. So that's Cocoon says she's going to do a ton of damage because like she has like insane strike attack. Blast, not so much. So Rosie, she is a range type. Okay, 123,000 blast, not terrible. Pretty okay defenses. Strike attack is eh. So her stats are not the best. Like obviously, this is why I brought this guy up. Just take a look at him. He has 124, 84, 81, 122, 82, 82, 114. So a lot lower than Goku. So let's see what she can do. What color is she? She's yellow. A lot of good yellow units running around, so hopefully she's not too good. The Strike of Love. Draw a special move arts card next. Restores own key by 60. I like that. Changes own strike arts cards to blast arts cards. Okay, so this is exactly what I was saying for this main ability. So this does restore your Vanish Gauge, but I think I do like this one better because it allows you to draw a special move and then use it immediately with the 60 key that you draw from this. We'll see. We'll see what the special move is later on. Unique is Accelerating Fist. The following effects occur according to the number of timer counts elapsed from battle start. 10 counts elapsed, 20% of damage inflicted. Yeah, I knew she's going to have something like this because her stats were so low. Where were we? 10 counts elapsed, 20% damage inflicted, and increase arts card draw speed by 1. 20 counts elapsed, 20% damage inflicted, increase arts card draw speed by 1 level. Is she going to have reduced costs anywhere? So that's 40% damage increased and double arts card draw speed. Just for being 20 counts into the battle, which is basically like 80% of the battle. Warrior of Love plus 40% of damage inflicted when an ally tag you female warrior is defeated. Okay, I assume that does not stack. It says when an allied tag, so I think it's only one. Additional plus 20% to blast damage inflicted when an allied tag universe 2 is also defeated. So 60% if one of these guys is defeated. So Cocoon or Ribriand. Okay. Restore ally health by 15% when this character defeats an enemy. That is interesting. Restore ally health by 15% when this character defeats an enemy. I assume ally also includes her. So whenever she kills an enemy, you'll heal 15%. That's pretty good. So you're gonna want. So let's say you're attacking somebody with Ribriand, and she can use her main ability to lock them in. Then as soon as you're about to finish them off, you switch into Rosie and just finish them off and heal up. That's pretty good. I like that. It's an interesting ability. I like when they do stuff like this. That's like never before seen on other units in the game. Like new mechanics. I love that. So props to them for that. Applies the following effects to allies when this character is defeated. Restores health by 15% and then plus 20%. Is that the same as Cocoon? I feel like it is. Yes, it is. Same exact thing. Cool. So this seems gonna be stupid. Just paralyze on her strike attack. Did she has bleed? I wonder why she got it on her strike and not blast. Because she is a blast-based unit. Interesting. So her special is the Yachaina Fist. Deals major explode damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 15% to blast damage received, and then 20% to inflict faint. Great. So, this is what we got going on here. We got a card that actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring up Cell. Where's Cell? So we have a card here that uses their main ability, draws a special move arts card, and then can guaranteed use it immediately because of the 60 key that she gets. And then on top of that, that guaranteed usage of her special move is a 20% chance to inflict faint on hit, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so next her green card is Lovely Pose. Inflicts on enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15% to blast damage received for 15 timer counts, and then own allies get 20% to blast damage. That's literally the exact same thing that Cocoonsa got, except obviously for blast, which is really, really good. But the thing is with this is I think because you're gonna want to use these two guys with these two girls with Ribriand, right? Or that's not Ribriand. This Ribriand. And Ribriand is more of a more of a strike-based unit. Let's take a look. Yeah. 127 to 116. Obviously she's the defense type, but she still does a ton of strike damage. And especially with this, like, she's definitely more strike based, like even this, like 30% strike damage received. So reduced damage, yeah, so she's defensive and she's also just, she's more strike based. So I feel like Cocoonsa is probably the better partner unit to use with Ribriand more than Rosie is, but you're going to want to use all three. So I feel like if you're going to make a choice to use one or the other in terms of green cards, you're going to want to use this one. Because this one's going to buff 2 out of your 3 units, while this one's only going to buff 1 out of your 3 to a higher extent. And then I assume she's going to have the same sort of thing, where it's blast attack and defense and then extra blast attack. So, yep, same exact thing, except for blast. So, interesting. I really like this. This is really cool. I hope they keep doing stuff like this because it's just adds more, like, it adds like a different sort of flavor to the game. And that's cool. I hope they keep doing that. Okay, we have Bunny Bulma, And she's a support type like we saw, so her stats are really, really bad. So actually, let's take a look at this real fast. So this is an order of like stats. So Bunny Bulma is like, where is she? She's like all the way over here. She's below Deborah. Like she has really, really, really low stats. She's lower stats than this free Broly. So really, really bad stats. There's nothing around that. They're just bad. So let's see what she does. Really high critical though. Wait, whoa, timeout. Draw the ultimate arts card. Surprise blaster next. Okay, plus 30% to ally critical damage inflicted for. Oh boy, that's why. Critical damage buff. And what color is she? Don't tell me she's yellow. Okay, she's green. Okay. Okay. So this is essentially. Hold on. I have too much stuff open here. So hit gives 30 crit. Yeah, so she basically gives a better buff than Hit gives himself to all her allies, which is really, really good. And it's not restricted either, right? So Bardock is restricted to Super Saiyans. Hit is just restricted to himself. Bulma's is not restricted at all. She just gives this buff to everyone. That could be an issue at some point. Like imagine you have Super Vegito, like buffing himself up like crazy, and he has this buff because it lasts for 30 timer counts, which is a long time. That's gonna be dumb. You could even, you know what you could do? You could run this Bulma with Bardock and another Super Saiyan, and you just like one-shot everyone. Okay, whatever. We'll test that out if I pull her. So you gotta treat girls nicely. The following effects occur from battle start until this character is defeated. Plus 20% of damage inflicted by allies cannot be cancelled. Okay, so she has like, oh, I'm not gonna read this every time. Minus 30 to allies strike and blast arts cost. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 5 to special move arts costs. Interesting. So if you just never switch her in, you're gonna have 20% more damage and all this stuff. Just active forever. Okay. Nothing like being a babe. 1 to 3 of the following effects will occur randomly when this character enters the battlefield. Okay, I don't think we've seen that before. 80% chance for 20% to. Wait, what? 80% chance for plus. Oh, okay. 80% chance for plus 20% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. 50% chance to restore the key by 50, and then 30% chance to gain 1 Dragon Ball. I don't know if I like this. This is not really relevant for Bulma, right? Like she's not going to be doing damage. That's the reason why you're going to bring this character on your team is not for doing damage, because she doesn't really have any buffs to herself, and this is not a baseline you can really build a team off of in terms of her doing damage herself. So I don't really like that. This I like. I like this because this is reminiscent of Green Mai, because she comes in and just like combos forever and stalls time. This one is interesting, but I don't even think I like this one that much because it's basically like the old Bulma, and she pretty much always got that on her green card, and that's much more reliable than 30% chance every time you switch in, I feel like. So I feel like this is where this unit is going to shine, if you get that 50% chance to restore ki. But I don't know how much I like that being 50% only. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Okay. So her special move is Rocket Launcher. Deals major explode damage, 50% chance to draw a special arts card next upon activation. So 50% chance to draw the green card. Okay. Extra is Blow a Kiss, plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 20. That's really good already. Destroys 2 of your enemy's strike arts cards. Interesting. And then plus 50 to ally and enemy's key recovery. So you're giving key recovery to both you and your allies. I don't know if I like that. I mean, it's good if you are comboing. But the thing with Bulma is you're not going to be comboing with Bulma, and then you're not going to want to pop this in mid-combo with Bulma. I don't know, it's just very weird. Her ultimate, I think she draws with her. Yeah, she draws with this. Deals major impact damage. Gain attribute upgrade. Minus 100% to enemy sustained damage. Cut effects. Yep. For 5 timer counts. Oh, I just saw something. Okay, we'll scroll for a second. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 3 to substitution count on hit. That I like. And yeah. Shield special move. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Okay, yeah, this makes a lot of sense now. The only other card in the game that holds a special move is this guy, and if we take a look at his stats, they're they're a little bad. I like this Bulma a lot more now. All of a sudden, okay, that makes sense. So what does she do? Blast attack and defense. Ooh, so she's like Hercule, right? Hercule does the same thing. Where is it? Oh, over here. Yeah, so he gives -7 to special move arts cost during battle, but she also gives a buff. At least blast attack, yeah. Oh, she goes from 5 to 10? That's a lot. So she only does that at 5 stars. Interesting. Yeah, I like this Bulma. The only thing is I don't think this is a very good... Like, if it was literally just this and this, I would be okay with this, but it would be really good. But I don't know. I don't know if I want this because it's gonna be so awkward to use. Because think about it, you're using however much this costs, like 13, to use this card. So you're at already -13 to give your opponent plus 50% to key recovery. I don't know. It just doesn't seem worth it. Well, it's definitely worth it because you're netting more than your opponent is, but it doesn't seem that good. Also, this, I don't like this, but I really, really, really like this. And I really, really, really like this as well. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. She's in a weird spot. She's good. I'll definitely test her out if I pull her. But let's move on to Android 18, who I think... I haven't looked at any of these guys yet. I do think Android 18 is set up to be the best unit here. So she's actually a defense type, and she's more blast oriented. She has a lot of defense. Alright, let's take a look. Gotta finish this fight quickly. Oh boy. -10 to own strike, blast, and special move arts cost for 30 timer counts. Increase own arts card draw speed by 1 level. This is why I said, because in the Twitter preview it mentioned that she had a reduced cost with all of her arts cards, or some arts cards, and then also increased draw speed, and that combo is so stupid. Because it allows you to just sidestep and charge step like for such a long time. Okay, for 15 timer counts, and then applies buff effect, nullify abnormal conditions up to 2 times to allies. That's pretty good. Okay, clever negotiations. This is a really long ability. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 30% of damage received for 20 timer counts when this character enters the battlefield. So literally, where is he? Literally this guy's ability that we just looked at. Can't even remember where we are. Okay. Steals 1 enemy card slot at random. Interesting. It's like Cell. The sealed card slot can be used for 5 timer counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20 to all arts costs. 5 timer counts? What? That is so stupid. 5 timer counts is a lot longer than it seems like too. Because if you're getting comboed, you can just switch into 18 and that's it. The combo's over. While this character is on the battlefield, reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 when they switch characters. Okay, that's pretty good. Precise Assist applies the following effects to allies depending on their battle style when this character is switched to standby. Okay, so melee types gain 30% strike damage inflicted for 15 timer counts and restores health by 10%. That's really good. Range type, 30% of blast damage and restores health by 10%. Support type plus 20% of damage inflicted for timer counts and restores health by 10. And defense type gains 30% of damage inflicted and restores health by 5. So that's good. I mean, she's buffing all of the units with their strengths, which I like. So just very, very good. She's like a supporting defense type, so I like that a lot. Okay, her special move is Violent Storm, deals major impact damage, and it's a lunging ability. plus 30% to special move damage for 5 timer counts upon activation. So upon activation obviously means it's going to do more damage as soon as you use it. So this just flat out going to do plus 30% more damage. That's really good. Refreshing Smile restores unvanishing gauge by 50. 50% and plus 5 to own enemy and special arts costs. I like restoring vanish gauge a lot. And yeah, that's pretty good. So Strike and Blast, and then she buffs Strike and Blast defense for female warriors. So pretty good. She buffs both defenses. Ribrianne does the same. So this team's gonna be super tanky. I really like this card a lot. So very, very, very good. So sorry, just going back to Cell for a second here. The reason why I brought him up, I forgot. His ultimate does 20% chance to inflict faint, and then Rosie's also does the same, except hers is just her special move. So that's why I brought him up, because it's the same thing. She draws that and then restores the key by 60, so she can use it immediately. Has the same chance to faint as Cell. So let's just go to the EXs now. We have Gohan. He's a range type unit. He's also yellow. Interesting. So his main ability is You're Through. Draw a special move arts card next. Restores own key by 60. So literally the same thing as Rosie. Plus 80% to damage inflicted for 5 timer counts. So that's going to be a pretty insane special move. You draw the card, you get enough key to use it immediately, and it does 80% more damage. Okay. Okay, so he's an actually... Okay, interesting. Anti-Frieza Force. I already do not like this guy. 40% to blast damage inflicted against tag Frieza Force. So, okay. The courage to confront. The following effects occur per defeated battle member when this character enters the battlefield. 40% damage inflicted for 5 timer counts. Restores on health by 15. Additional 30% damage inflicted if an episode Frieza Saga Z other than this character as a battle member. Plus 20% of damage inflicted for 3 timer counts and shortens out. This all happens per defeated battle member. Hold on. So yeah, per defeated battle member. So let's just double all these. Let's just assume he's the last one alive. 80% of damage inflicted for 5 timer counts. Restores own health by 30%. Additional 60% of damage inflicted if an episode of Frieza Saga Z other than this character is about. Actually, no, that can't activate. Because other than this character is a battle member, it means there wouldn't be another battle member because they wouldn't be alive. I think this only counts alive battle members. So, 40% damage inflicted for 30 timer counts and shortens eyes substitution count by 5 when changing cover. That's pretty insane. Just so much. So this is what, 80, 40, so 120. Gets 100. He gets 120% attack and 30% health. He's the last one alive. Okay, it seems balanced. Specialism Masenko deals major impact damage, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, 20% to blast damage received. Okay, that's pretty standard. And his extra is just randomly draws 1 new card. And restores key by 30, so he's netting like something like 17 key, and then he's drawing a card. That's pretty, average. It's not insane. I assume he's gonna buff hybrids and then the Frieza Saga, right? Yeah. So 20% to hybrids, Frieza Saga, strike, and blast attacks. So both attacks. That's really, really good. Hybrids needed that, actually. They needed a heavy buffer to both offenses. Okay. This guy's gonna do a lot of damage. But other than that, I don't know how much I like him. I mean, the damage he's gonna do is absolutely nuts because you get all this, and then plus you get an 80%, and then you automatically use your special move, and then this. I don't know. I feel like his special move is going to do so much damage, but other than that, he's not looking that good. This reminds me of Evil Boo, because Evil Boo kind of is the same thing. Like, his special move does so much damage, but other than that, he's like not that good. So that's Gohan. Let's move on to Krillin. Okay, so Krillin is a support type, so his stats are not the best. He's more heavily oriented towards blast attack. Okay. Main ability is attack. Wow, how creative. Draw a special move arts card next. Okay, so like every unit in the game is going to do this now, I guess. Plus 20% of damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts, and then shortens allies' substitution count by 5. That's really good. Shortening substitution count is really, really good in this game. So he shortens the substitution count, and he gives them an extra damage buff. That's really good. So obviously that's why he's a supporting unit. The following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Plus 20% of damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts, and then restores own ki by 30. That's... hold on. I like comparing units. Let's bring up... where is she? Let's bring up Mai. I think all the way over here now. So what does she do? So, restores ki by 30. No, that's when she enters. So when she leaves, she restores ki by 30 and 20% to allies and inflicted damage for 15 timer counts. Well, let's look at Krillin. 20% damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts and restores ki by 30. That's literally the exact same thing. Except Mai only does for 15 timer counts. So Krillin actually has a better buff than Mai does for allies. That's really good because Mai is still really good. Okay. Goku. I guess that's when he's dying. Applies the following effects to allies when this character is defeated. Yeah. Plus 50. He's just gonna. You want this guy to die? That's so funny. Plus 15% to damage inflicted. 30% to ki recovery. Also applies the following effects to allied character. Oh god. Okay, so he's getting. So if you're Goku, you're getting 30% of damage inflicted, 30 ki recovery, and then 25 special move damage. So, Legendary Finish Goku is going to want to play with Krillin, I guess, alongside Krillin. That's pretty fitting, I guess. Destructo Disc. Yeah, this is pretty standard. 80% chance to inflict bleeds, this is major slice damage. Flare, green card is Solar Flare, inflicts Flash, 20% of damage received. Okay, that's pretty good. It is long range, but it's not like the super OP one where it just hits you wherever you are. I think this is good though, because you basically paralyze them and you do extra damage, so it's pretty good. Holds 2 Blast, which is good for Goku, because you're going to want to use this with. Frieza Saga, is he getting buff Super Warriors at 5? No, just purple. Strike and Blast attack, so again, double offenses. So the Frieza Saga is getting like absurd buffs. Like, hold on a second. Because I believe Nail was also a double attack, right? Yeah, so Nail, the EX Gohan, and the EX Krillin all buff double offenses at 5 stars. That's ridiculous. But obviously they're not. No one's gonna have them all at 5 stars because they're EXs. Why? Whatever. Let's take a look at the actual banners here. So we have the Rising Girls Volume 3 banner with Bulma and Android 18. They're doing this thing where they're like splitting the banners up. So this is one banner, this is the other banner. You have, it's weird how he's up there, but you have obviously the new units. You have Bulma, Android 18, or the 2 new units, so they each have 1%. And then they actually are, there's only featured Sparkings on here, so you're not going to be pulling like super old, like a bunch of random units on here. They're all like females. So you have this Videl, who's okay, Bulma, who's okay, Android 18 who's actually very good. People just don't use her at all. I don't know why. You have I should probably do a video on Android 18. She's still really good. You have Pan and then Kale, who's pretty good. And then you have Krillin. And the thing that I've noticed that they actually do is they actually have these Ginyu Force EXs as like base on every single banner now, which is really nice. So whenever you pull an EX now, you have a higher chance of pulling like a good one that's usable. So all these Ginyu Force units are incredible. Fasha's pretty good. Videl's really good. B-Pan's good, and then EX Bulma is very good, and then obviously Krillin is very good too. So we have a lot of good EXs on here. And then obviously they have the 999Z power as well. You have this one, which let's just go through it real fast. So you have the two new units, which are Rosie and Cocoon, and then you have Great Statement 2, Ribriand, Caulifla, Chi-Chi, and then Mai, and then you have obviously still the Ginyu Force units are on here because again they're on every banner now. GT Trunks, Armor Trunks, EX Mai. This banner is better. Yeah, it's just this is the better banner. I would recommend pulling on this banner over the other one. Obviously it depends on what you have as well, but just looking at it from a pure value perspective, I believe that these two units are very, like, especially Cocoon. If you have Ribriand, like, this combo is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I just think this is the better banner. So on this banner you want to aim for Rosie, or for Cocoon, so this one, the cat lady. And then this one, I think Android 18 is the one you want to aim for, but Bulma's also could be really good. It's going to be hard to judge her right now until we see her actually performing. But I think this banner overall is better. Then we have the ticket banner. So the fact that actually this is not the normal ticket banner. I don't know what these tickets are. So you have one for this banner. Yeah, this looks like it's just one normal summon. So this is not like a sparking guaranteed or anything like that. I assume you'll get these through missions or some event or something. And then this is up for a while, by the way, up until October 13th. And then this was the same. It's literally the same thing. It's just a different type of ticket, and it's one single summon. So, and then lastly we have this. It's Ultra Space Time Rush, sort of limited banner where you get tickets for beating Ultra Space Time Rush, and you get 10 tickets, and I think every single character in the game is on this banner. I don't know what's going on here, really. I mean, literally every single character in the game's on here. Like, I don't know how many tickets you're gonna get. I don't really know anything. This is just what we have right now. Are units like double counted? Because there's some that have like over a 1% rate. Yeah, these are like all the old ones. Let's keep going up for a little bit here. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. Because then once you get to here, like up to this portion, everything drops off and then everything starts going up again at a different pool of separate percentages. And then once you get all the way up here, you start getting into the Legends Limited units, and they have like 0.05% drop chances and 0.02% drop chances. So I don't really know what's going on here. You're not going to pull these guys, so I don't even know why it's like you have a 0.02% chance of pulling Super Vegito plus this. Oh, well, you have a 0.07% chance of pulling Super Vegito. That's not remotely feasible. So I don't know. Don't get like oohed and like wowed by this art because you're not going to pull Super Vegito. Just disclaimer. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else to really cover. I did look through the items equipment. I did not see any new equipment, but I might have missed it, obviously, because there's so many equipments here now. So if I missed it, let me know. But I looked through it like a little bit, and I did not see a new one here. And then I think there's actually a new, let's go to here, a new adventure, but I'm not gonna look at that right now. I think there's like an event going on that's similar to the like the tropical drink event, where you do PvP and get adventures, and then you like do whatever. Where's that? Is that yeah? Here we go. This is what I want to look at. Does this give you like new equipment or anything, or what's going on here? No, this just gets you the Z power for Ginyu, huh? Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to this because I might end up using this guy for most of the season. I've been bouncing around teams a lot, and this guy looks interesting to me. Yeah, so it looks like there's nothing really else to get here besides the Z power and the souls for him. But that's going to be it for this video. Obviously, it was a longer one, but just had so much to cover. So if you guys are still watching from the beginning, thanks for support. And I'll do a summon video on this banner, but I'm not going to go super ham. I have like around 8,000 crystals saved up just from leftovers that I didn't use on the previous banner. So I'll jump in with that and see what happens. And then if I feel like I want to buy more, I'll buy more. If not, I probably won't go super ham. So I probably will end up walking away without pulling some of the units, but that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all when the banners go live.